These are some of the primary twin-story building in contention, replicated in all the 305 wards in Imo State to ensure that primary education gets to the grassroots.
Yes, sister, who spoke?
On various occasions, the state governor, Rochas Okorocha, has always maintained that quality education is one of the key priorities of his administration.
For me, the anchor of my administration is education. And we have demonstrated this in the construction of 305 schools, model schools, right now going on in all the world.
Recently, the Minister of State for Education came out with claims that the federal government, through the UBEC counterpart funds with the state, was instrumental to the construction of the school buildings.
Imo State, this was their prototype, the twin-story building. You see, that was the prototype that was submitted because the government gives you the opportunity to even get your contractors and bring your prototype. So that was the design for Imo State, the schools, the 305 schools. And if you remember, initially, the government of Imo State has never mentioned to Imo people that federal government has even built. I'm surprised, Oduka is telling you now that federal government built 57 schools now, but the 305 is only built by God. But before now, there have never been a forum where they have mentioned any school built by federal government. So this is just damage control.
But the Imo State Universal Basic Education Board attempts to set the record straight, insisting the 305 schools are totally different from the ones the UBEC and state counterpart funds facilitated.
Even though UBEC has assisted in giving us their matching grant, that does not warrant UBEC, warrant federal government official to come down here and commission such a project. Because under normal circumstances, it's a joint project. And if there should be any commissioning at all, it should be both parties. Wherever you see any inscription, UBEC Inzubeb / on the building, those were the ones built with the counterpart fund, the joint fund.
While the Imo State government wants the minister against plotting to commission the schools, the Federal Ministry of Education says it has a right to.
I stand and be quoted anywhere. The federal government was instrumental to those schools, and each of those schools cost 40.6 million.
Accusation and counter-accusations may be flying between both parties, but what most Imo citizens want is a peaceful education sector that promotes the development of the primary school pupils.